And we welcome you to McConnell Field on the campus of Macon Middle School, getting you set for some Mountain 7 Conference baseball tonight. It's the conference opener for both the Tuscola Mountaineers and the Franklin Panthers. George Young alongside Ryan Haley tonight. Philip Angel, our executive producer, on a fantastic March evening. The sun is starting to set, and we are just about set for the Mountain 7 Conference slate of baseball games to get underway. The Panthers, since the last time we talked to you, have battled the weather. They are 1-1 after the win against Murphy and then loss against A.C. Reynolds. A.C. Reynolds' field was in too terrible a shape last Thursday, and they had to cancel that game. And then Friday's game against Brevard was also canceled. As I talked with Coach Jerry Greenwood last week, he said, we need to play. But it's been one of those seasons so far. You see the schedule. That game against Brevard was postponed. Hopefully they will reschedule it in the next couple of weeks. Ryan, good to have you back with us this season. And you are a baseball guy, and this is your time of the year, isn't it?
I don't know if I'm a baseball guy, but it sure is fun to watch the game. You're talking about the weather. You know, welcome to spring sports.
Yeah.
I know that our bookkeeper, Sandy Tabor, is probably losing her hair right now trying to do all these reschedules. But she'll survive. Baseball survive. We'll all survive.
You see warming up Malachi Hayes on the pitcher's mound right now. He's hurling into Jaden Rogers, your catcher, as the throw goes down to second. We're going to get this one underway. We'll get the infield here in a second as Tuscola coming in at 3-2. They're going to send to the plate Colton Nelson to lead it off. Jed West and Amos Rich, 1, 2, and 3 at the Tuscola order to begin this Mountain 7 Conference baseball game. You see the sun setting. It is playing havoc with our camera there in the top right corner, but we're about 3 or 4 minutes away from the sun officially setting over the mountain here, not officially setting for good, but it's going to be out of our way. We're ready to go here at McConnell Field as Malachi deals, and that one misses for ball one. Want to know the count to Tuscola's Colton Nelson, the shortstop. Hayes kicks, fires. That one is sent on the infield. Shortstop, it appears, will make the play. Yes, he will, for out number one. Making the play for the Panthers. Ian Nepp out at short. One gone.
It's good to see Ian Nepp out there. Probably one of my favorite baseball players in the last 20 years. Now he's a veteran. It's a great thing to see. Nothing phases him. One thing about early in the season is the bats are kind of cold on both teams, and now this time we need to start getting hot here. But with Malachi on the mound, he's doing very well to start the season.
That'll bring to the plate Jed West, the second batter in the Mountaineer lineup. He will take a strike right down the middle. 0-1 to Jed West.
There's pretty much two hot hitters right now leading off for Tuscola, which is pretty much Colton Nelson and Jed West. Everyone else is pretty much ice cold. Hopefully Malachi keeps it that way.
Here's the 0-1 pitch from Malachi to West. And Jed West sends it foul down the third base line. Kent takes the count 0-2 on Jed West. Will Rowers over at third for the Panthers. Ian Nepp just made the play for the previous batter. He's at short. Second base tonight is Reed Raby. And at first, it's Jackson Hersey. Hayes deals the 0-2. Softly hit towards short. Going to be a tough play for Nepp. He fields to first. In time for out number two.
Outstanding play by Ian. One thing about Malachi, fans who've watched some of the past, few games, especially the scrimmage versus TC, Malachi came in and he was throwing very hard, locating his pitches. Nasty curveball this season. And you're talking about, shutting down the state champion. And he's really off to a quick start here versus the two best hitters.
That's going to bring Amos Rich to the plate. Rich, the right fielder, with 2 out at the top half of the first inning. Malachi Hayes kicks and fires. And it's sent towards third. Rowers up with it to first. Hersey could not secure the ball from Rowers at third. A little off the back. He tried to go down to a knee. That'll be an error on the third baseman, Will Rowers, allowing Amos Rich to reach.
That was pretty tough. I mean, that was a hard hit, but the thing about Amos Rich is he runs very well. And so Will had to get that ball up pretty quick and fire it across the field as soon as possible. And I don't know, it would have been a bang-bang play.
Yeah, it would have. Sure would have been. Evan Connor, the catcher now, will bat for Tuscola. He's the cleanup hitter. The runner at first, 2 gone, top of the first inning. Glad you're with us on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Malachi Hayes comes set. That one's sent foul, third base line. 0-1 on the cleanup hitter, Evan Connor.
George, do you see what I see on first base?
Well, I'll tell you, the game that we did back on Leap Day, February 29th, I made reference that you weren't here, but the mitt had already made its appearance.
Here we go.
And we have one in this one.
I mean, I know Famous Amos has got a good arm. He's got to protect that hand.
0-1, swung on and missed. If you don't know what we're talking about, the oven mitt looking thing that some base runners are wearing now to protect their sliding hand. And he's got one, does Amos Rich, down at first.
And I get it. I mean, he's an ace pitcher. He's one of the best in West North Carolina, and he's got to protect that hand. Still kind of weird.
0-2, swung on and missed for strike 3. They're going to have to throw him out as he got away from the catcher, Jaden Rogers. And that's going to do it for the top half of the first inning. So the Mountaineers do strand a runner. After an error, we head to the home half of the first at a scoreless game.
Chris Rummins Construction is a family-owned, licensed building contractor servicing the Franklin, Highlands, and Cashers area, specializing in custom home construction, remodels and additions, as well as custom trim and closet cabinetry. Start your project today with Chris Rummins Construction.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the first inning. The Panthers will send Malachi Hayes to lead things off. Ian Knapp and Will Rowers will bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Cleanup hitter tonight is Jackson Hersey in the Jerry Greenwood lineup. Batting 5th, Jaden Rogers. Batting 6th is Attic Sutton. Reed Raby batting 7th. Josiah Hersey, the DH tonight. He'll bat 8th, and Abram Appel will bat in the non-hole. And they'll be facing Mason Harrell for Tuscola, who will make his final warm-up tosses, and we'll get this bottom half of the first inning underway. Brought up the schedule as we began. If you just joined us, here's our broadcast schedule as we've got a bunch of baseball and softball in the month of March because it is a very home-heavy month of March. The softball game that says the 15th, it has already been moved to the 14th up on screen. And, in fact, I had changed it, and I forgot to load it into the computer. They changed it this afternoon. That's actually going to be a Thursday affair. And Lord willing, if some things line up, we'll have that game here on the Franklin Panther Sports Network. It's Malachi Hayes that will lead it off for the Panthers. Mason Harrell kicks and fires. And he deals a strike on the low bottom half of the strike zone. 0-1 the count to Malachi.
Yeah, Mason's got good numbers coming in. 9 1/3 innings pitched with 7 Ks. No earned runs. So when I'm looking at his numbers and I see only 3 walks, he's going to be around the zone. And for our hitters who are kind of off to a very slow start, we need to see a lot of good pitches to hit.
Quickly, in the hole 0-2 is Hayes. Mason Harrell kicks, fires. That one is sent up the chute, and it's going to kick foul. Tuscola comes into tonight's action 3-2, losses to AC Reynolds, a team that the Panthers played a week ago, and also a loss to East Rutherford. That was a 12-inning affair. They lost 3-2, have beaten Crest, Inca, and North Buncombe. Harrell bounces it up to his catcher, Evan Connor, for ball one.
Yeah, it's a good at bat there so far. Well, not a good at bat, but the idea of knowing that pitch is coming, he's looking for a fastball over the plate.
The 1-2 offering bounces up once again to the catcher, Connor. Evens it up, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And if you're on the plate right now and you're getting ready to hit on deck and in the hole, one thing you're seeing is he's not throwing his curveball over for strikes. So, again, you got to be sitting fastball here.
2-2 pitch. Towards second and under the glove of the second baseman, Noah Stepp. That'll be into right field for a base hit. First hit off of Mason Harrell and a runner on for Ian Knepp, who stands in. Knepp, the shortstop, will bat with a runner at first.
So Ian right now is currently our best hitter, hitting .333. I remember last year he was off to a slow start, and he's kind of heating up early, so this could be really good for us right now.
Mason Harrell comes set. Now what swung on and missed. Ian Knepp was swinging for the fences. Came up empty.
Expect a big year out of Ian. I know he has to fill some big shoes with Davis Anders being gone, kind of being the lead guy in the lineup.
The 0-1. Back to the screen. In a hole 0-2 now is Ian Knepp. Will Rowers on deck. The game on Friday for the Panther baseball team also got moved to Thursday to try to beat the rain that's moving in. The 0-2 is outside for ball one.
I was telling you about Harrell. He's a strike thrower. So first 2 hitters, he's got him, in the hole 1-2. Probably looking off speed here.
The 1-2, runner takes off. It was a hit and run, and to the screen it goes, stays alive at a ball, 2 strikes.
I like that idea by Greeny. The idea is, again, we're struggling scoring runs early in the season. Tuscola's not going to give up a lot of them, so let's get these guys on the move, see if we can squeeze one over in the first inning.
Now a throw to first, and runner back safely. One, 2 offering. In there for strike 3. Caught him looking. And there's 1 gone.
Yeah, that was simply him looking for off speed. And he saw that in the previous at bat with Malachi. Malachi saw 2 straight curveballs and 1-2. And after he saw that fastball, he was sitting curveball.
That'll bring Will Rowers to the plate. Runner remains at first for the Panthers. Rowers, third baseman.
Pretty big for a freshman to be in a 3-hole.
Rowers swings and misses. 0-1 to count.
If you guys remember Will Rowers for the season for basketball, he's uber athletic, very strong, very intelligent, and hopefully he can fill in key roles here.
Not only batting in the 3-hole, he's also at the hot corner at third.
Oh, yeah.
A lot to ask of a freshman.
Well, he's mentally tough.
Yeah.
If you get to play under Doug Clemens, you better be tough.
So Mason Harrell delivers in the air, center field. Williams backpedaling. He's going to make the play for out number 2.
Yeah, early in the season to get the ball up in the air. It's not going to carry yet until we get in about April.
2 gone. That'll bring Josiah Hersey to the plate. Or check that, Jackson Hersey to the plate.
Number 18,
Jackson Hersey in the cleanup spot. over at first base tonight for Coach Jared Greenwood. 2 gone. Runner remains at first for the Panthers. Harold delivers. Runner bluffed. Hersey again. First pitch swinging, and he came up empty.
Looks like Harold's bringing more of his off speed early on in the count, trying to keep our hitters off balance. Malachi doesn't have much of a lead there. Again, we're trying to get runners over in scoring position.
The 0-1. That one misses, evens it up. Add a ball and a strike. That one caught the zone. Ball 2 strikes now on Hersey.
Story of baseball early in the season. Pitching starts out on fire, and hitting has to, catch up later.
One, 2. He offered at it, got away from the catcher. They're going to have to throw him out, and they do. For out number 3. The Hersey is retired. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Mason Harold, and we head to the 2nd inning in a scoreless game here at McConnell Field. Stay with us right after this.
Davis hits one into right pretty well. Right fielder backpedaling. It's out of here.
Welcome back. We head to the top of the 2nd inning here at McConnell Field. Glad you're with us. George Young alongside Ryan Haley tonight as we're into Mountain 7 Conference baseball action. As we're getting into the heat of the season now after a couple of non-conference ball games. It's almost all conference games from here on out. Coming up Thursday, a trip to Waynesville for the Panthers. As you see, baseball has a Tuesday, Friday, or sometimes Tuesday, Thursday setup this year. Away at home, back-to-back. A little more fair setup. As you see, a non-conference game sandwich in there next Monday against Murphy. But 3 in a row on the road after tonight for Coach Jared Greenwood. Top of the order, or check that middle part of the order for Tuscola is Tyler Williams leading things off. Williams, the center fielder, stands in to face Malachi Hayes. Hayes deals in the dirt for ball 1.
If you remember, Panther fans, Tyler Williams was our left fielder last year. His family moved over to Haywood County, in which, obviously he's going to move over there also. Last year, really good player for us, good defender, hit a home run, good at bats.
1-0, and therefore a strike.
Has a good eye for the zone. So, Tyler and Malachi know each other very well. But I don't think Tyler Williams really knows how well Malachi is throwing this season. It's going to be seeing something different right now.
1-1 pitch. Just missed. Ball 2 strikes.
Man, that's a tough pitch. That's a tough pitch for Malachi to not get a strike. As I told you about Tyler, good eye, way to lay off on that one.
Hayes gets the sign from his catcher. The 2-1. Kicked foul down the first base line. I think we can say that the sun is finally set over the mountain, and we can actually see all of our camera shots. They're not glary. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The sun is setting, and that means the temperatures will start dropping here at the Penland Sports Complex. 2-2 offering. Caught the high, top of the corner for strike 3.
You know, as many years as I pitch and I coach pitchers. You know, we always talk about working down the zone. I guess this home plate umpire lights the ball up. It's mind blown. Hey, we'll take it.
Have to adjust, right? You know, whatever the umpire's strike zone is. That'll bring to the plate Noah Stepp. Stepp sends it foul down the third baseline.
Again, this many of the Tuscola hitters who have not gotten off to a hot start yet. Now here's another one. They're all kind of struggling at the plate at the moment.
The 0-1. That one missed. Ball and a strike to Noah Stepp, the second baseman.
Looks like he was bailing out on that pitch.
Come on, Steph. Here you go, baby. Come on now, Tim. Come on now.
1-1 curve. Caught the zone. Ball, 2 strikes.
Excellent pitch. You know, watching Malachi on the mound right now, he just looks very settled in. Looks like he's put on some weight from last year, like right in his quads and his legs. Just really looking strong on the hill.
1-2. A little bit low, evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's a good pitch. I like the idea how he, with nobody on, is in a set position instead of in a windup. It's a new trend that's kind of gone on the last few years with pitchers across pretty much professional, college, and high school.
2-2. Lays off. Tough pitch to lay off. 3-2 now on Noah Stepp.
I mean, he's really sharp with that curveball. It's looking really good tonight. Cannot believe that Stepp didn't bite on that.
3-2. Sent towards second. Raby up with it to first in time. 4-3 goes Stepp. 2 gone for Braden Cockrell.
Very nice play by Reed Raby, going to his glove hand side, staying down on it, fielding through the ball, throwing over the first base. You know, if you know his dad, Ryan Raby, defensive wizard, pitcher, All-American man, that's where Reed gets it from.
Cockrell, the first baseman. Malachi takes his time now, delivers, swung on and missed. Top of the second. Glad that you're with us. Started actually on time for a change. JV game was in the books early. Unlike that softball game we had last Thursday. The 0-1. In the air, base hit. Straight center field. Attic Sutton will field, hurl it in. That'll be the first hit off of Malachi Hayes, and a runner on with 2 out. For Tuscola, that's going to bring Owen Ward to the plate.
Yeah, our JV's won 2-1 behind the pitching of Anderson Terrell. As you guys know, he's another young, exciting player through all athletics for Franklin High School. Did a great job tonight.
First offering is swung on and kicked foul for strike 1.
Yeah, these last 2 hitters, you know, Cockrell and Ward, like really pulling off on it. You know, I know it's really early in the season. They're off to slow starts. You know, but if you're a pitcher like Malachi and you're seeing that, you kind of want to work off the plate a little bit away and get off the barrel. No lead at first base. Work the hitter here.
Hayes comes set the 0-1. And for a strike. Quickly in the hole, 0-2 is Owen Ward. Non-hole hitter Mason Harrell, the pitcher, is on deck, but there's 2 gone here in the inning.
George, I'm pretty sure you highlighted the fact that we have a brand new catcher after 4 years of Davis Anders. He's got a big things on his shoulders.
Jaden Rogers behind home plate. Nice play down the first base line by Hersey. He'll take it to the bag. 3U in the book. goes Owen Ward. That's going to put a lid on the Tuscola Mountaineers here in the top of the second inning. They do strand a runner. After pounding out a hit, we head to the bottom of the second inning. We are scoreless at McConnell Field. Stay with us.
Chris Rummans Construction is a family-owned, licensed building contractor servicing the Franklin, Highlands, and Cashers area, specializing in custom home construction, remodels, and additions, as well as custom trim and closet cabinetry. Start your project today with Chris Rummans Construction.
Welcome back. We head to the bottom of the second inning, and we are scoreless here at Macon Middle School. Glad that you are with us. George Young alongside Ryan Haley and Philip Angel, our executive producer, flipping the switches for us. Got some more softball action for you coming up on Thursday, Lord willing. And then next week, we have the big showdown with Pisgah here at McConnell Field on March 22nd. Unify basketball game next Thursday we'll have here on Facebook and YouTube of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. So it's going to be Jaden Rogers. You were talking about some new players in the roster and filling big shoes. Ryan Haley and Rogers will settle in to lead things off here in the second inning. That one just misses for ball one.
You know, I remember Jaden at the JV level. I mean, he just hit ropes, big, strong, power.
The 1-0 is fouled back. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Kind of hoping to see that again this season as a senior, trying to finish off strong in his 4 years as a Panther.
Waiting the 1-1. That one bounces up to the catcher. 2 balls and a strike.
Again, I just saw another curveball bounce in the dirt about 50 feet. You know, these hitters have got to see fastball over the white.
That one's fouled off at the plate. Takes the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the second inning. 2-2 towards third. Going to be scooped by the shortstop, and he fires out.
Good play.
6-3 on the putout of Jaden Rogers. That'll bring Attic Sutton to the plate.
Yeah, Colt Nelson showed a really good arm going his backhand, firing across the diamond.
Sutton takes a strike.
Home plate umpires not giving the low strike. I can see frustration out of Malachi and Harrell tonight.
The 1-0. Evens it up at a ball and a strike.
I'm sure, you know, Coach Shepard and Coach Greenwood, you know, next couple of weeks have got to really get these guys going on both sides of their lineups.
The 1-1 kicks it back to the pitcher Harrell. He'll fire to first in time for out number 2. 1-3 on the putout goes Attic Sutton, brings Reed Raby to the plate. Two gone in the inning. Reed Raby, the second baseman.
Saw Reed in pregame BP. He's looking really strong right now.
And Raby takes a strike right down the middle.
Just seems like a lot of these hitters just are not feeling that game plan yet when they get to the plate. They're just looking at pitchers.
The 0-1. Miss low. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Reed Raby. Just joined us. Malachi Hayes, the lone hit so far for the Panthers. Happened back in the first inning. 1-1 is swung on and missed. 1-2 the count on Reed Raby.
George, I just heard that softball's up 12-0 and Avery Moffitt with a grand slam.
Does not surprise me.
No.
The 1-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. That's going to do it for the Tuscola Mountaineers in the bottom half of the second inning. We are scoreless here at Macon Middle School. We're going to keep it here, and we'll talk about the schedule because we haven't had a lot of opportunity to talk about the schedule. This game's been moving so quickly. But a lot of road trips coming up in the next week here on Thursday, Monday, and Tuesday next week. And then Pisgah next Friday we'll have here on FPSN. And then a trip to North Henderson and back for a couple before spring break and Good Friday on the 29th. And a lot of road games in the month of April. You see 4 straight and the final 7 out of 9 on the road in April.
That's just a bad luck for us.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm looking at the schedule, George, and I'll tell you what I do see. I see a very, very difficult schedule. When I'm looking at, North Bunkin's made the playoffs, and Inca's been really good lately, and Asheville's been very good. Brevard's always been good, and AC Reynolds. I mean, Coach Greenwood, he said, let's go. Let's see what we got. Because one thing we know about the playoffs, it's your RPI.
Yep.
I mean, we have seen teams outside the 32 with a record of 14-7. They don't look too kindly on teams just taking on just teams you're going to beat 18-0 in 5 innings. So,
loading up on the wins against Cupcakes.
Yeah. But I think he's pretty confident in his roster. Malachi is going to give us big innings until Josiah Hersey gets a little bit more healthy with his arm.
So we're going to head to the top of the third now. It's going to be 9, 1, and 2 in the Tuscola Mountaineer order. Mason Harrell, the first base or the pitcher, will lead it off in the 9 slot, and then we'll head to the top of the order. Colt Nelson and Jed West as Hayes deals a little bit outside for ball 1.
Yeah, very important right now to get the lower half of the lineup or the lower part of the lineup 8, 9, and 1, especially 8, 9 with 2 outs, and turn that lineup over to the 1 hitter.
Here's the 1-0.
With 2 outs.
That one misses well outside. 2-0 the count.
Can't give him up here, 2-0. Got to be very aggressive in the zone. Again, these hitters for Tuscola are struggling right now early in the season. Make them hit it. You already seen defense making good plays early on.
The 2-0 from Hayes. Right down the middle.
That's
it.
it.
Popped that time with that fastball right down Broadway.
Most pitchers, they want to establish their fastball early in the game.
Here's the 2-1. Slow roller back to Hayes. He fields to first. In time. 1-3 goes Mason Harrell. Top of the order we go now. And Colt Nelson, first time up. Nelson fly to short on the infield. He's 0 for 1 so far in the ballgame.
So we are 9-1-2. So getting that first out for the 9-hitter was absolutely clutch because the next 2 hitters are their best, hottest hitters going right now for Tuscola. Keep them off the bases.
That one misses.
George, I'm looking at Colton Nelson's stats, and it's pretty dang impressive. He's got 9 hits and 7 doubles, 8 RBIs, hitting .529.
Good gracious, in 5 games. That's impressive.
He's scorching.
The 1-0 swings and misses. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Glad that you're with us as we're a little past 7:30 now. Sun setting here at McConnell Field. Cool it off a bit. 1-1. High tap on the infield. Going to be a tough play. Hersey Fields fires to Hayes, and he was off the bag.
That was a tough play. You know, it's called pitchers fielding practice, PFPs. And, again, a big chopper. Malachi's coming to cover first base, and here comes Jackson. And he kind of handcuffed Malachi going to the bag. So typically what you want to teach your fielders is kind of lead the runner or your fielder, your pitcher, like you're throwing a route to a wide receiver.
Error? Yeah. What you think?
I think it's an error.
Okay. E1, E3?
That'll be E1.
Nice curve. Caught the inside corner. Oh, 1-1 to count on Jed West. West, first time up. He tapped short. Nepp took care of him.
Jed West is your three-sport athlete from Tuscola. Quarterback. Played basketball this year. I know the basketball team struggled a little bit, but I know Jed he's a pretty good player and now for baseball.
Runner takes off at first. Ball is out of the zone. Gets away from the second baseman who falls down. So heading all the way down to third is Colt Nelson.
Yeah, that hurts because now you have a hot hitter to two-hole, and runs are going to be at a premium tonight because both pitchers are throwing very well, and it could be a one-run game, like 1-0, 2-1. So now Malachi, he just has to be aggressive. Just get the outs. Don't put him on.
One ball, one strike to Jed West. Runner at third, one out. Here's the pitch. Outside, 4-2.
I also get it. The hottest hitter up here also, 3 through 9 right now is struggling hitting. Maybe you want to nibble around it where he can't get a good, clean connection off the bat and score him.
The 2-1. Fouled off at the plate, coming back towards you. And evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. I'm seeing a lot of, not only our hitters, but Tuscola hitters really pulling off on the ball, just really trying to use like a quarter of the field. Maybe backdoor him again.
Slow roller, Nepp going to field it. Run's going to come home. Nepp could not field it. He had it briefly, then dropped it. And that'll be another error. And a run comes home to score. Tuscola takes it early, 1-0 lead. Still 1 out in the inning, and that's going to bring to the plate Amos Rich.
He played that ball very well. The only thing in that last split second, he pulled his head up, his eyes up, kind of see where the runner is. Not just scoring, but getting to first base if he had to rush to throw. That was tough.
That one's in there for a strike.
Kendall Rummins hit a 2-run home run to end the game.
And it's over. They're going to turn the lights off here in a second. Amos Rich at the plate, the 0-1. Now throw over to first and back safely is Jed West.
The scary part is, you only have 1 out with a good runner on first base. And, Amos, who is, again, one of the best players in the mountains, and he's just going to.
0-1, runner takes off, throw down to second is a little late. So and now West will take second.
Sorry, now he's in scoring position. You got a veteran player here. He's pretty pretty athletic, good with the bat. 0-1 count. And as I said before, runs are going to be in a premium tonight. Tuscola does not give up many, and they don't score many. Especially when we played them the last couple of years, it's been pretty tight. And we don't want to put pressure on our offense because our offense has not really jump started yet. So we don't want to have too much pressure early on as we're trying to get the feel.
waiting the 1-1 offering. Fouled off at the plate. Quickly in the hole of ball, 2 strikes is Amos Rich.
Yeah, he's making good pitches. That was a good hard two-seamer. Kind of ran in on his hands and towards the knob. Now he's got him ahead of the count. Nothing too fine to hit here, 1-2.
1-2, swung on and missed. Going to have to throw him out. And the runner at second is going to head down to third on the throw. 2 are gone. Runner just 90 feet away from scoring the second Mountaineer run here in the inning. That'll bring to the plate Evan Connor, the catcher.
That was a great pitch. Kind of scary, when your catcher picks the ball up, he's still in the baseline. No, we want to do inside or outside, kind of clear the runner so you make a good throw. I'm sure Green was going to coach him on that one, especially since, he was a catcher.
Yeah.
I can hear him from the dugout screaming at him.
Connor takes well outside for ball 1. Runner stays put down at third.
Yeah, Connor, again, he has 12 at-bats. Well, actually 13 at-bats with 1 hit. Again, these guys can get hot real fast. I mean, he's a 4-hitter for a reason.
Connor swings and misses for strike 1. Evens it up at a ball and a strike.
Again, another sharp pitch. I mean, he is looking lights out on the mound right now. His fastball's running. His curveball is biting late, looking really good.
The 1-1 just misses the outside corner. Tried to paint it with that curve. 2 balls, 2 strike, or 2 balls and a strike now.
That was a good pitch. I can't believe the hitter didn't swing, and I can't believe the umpire didn't pull the trigger.
Now time is called as we're going to get a mound visit from Coach Jared Greenwood. Going to come out and talk to his pitcher.
That's I think that's Coach Taylor.
Oh, is it Taylor? Okay. Yeah, I think last year I made this mistake because they have the same kind of walk out there.
Well,
they just kind of have the same shape and walk.
Well, I'm going to say this, George, because usually in the mornings when we get to the high school, we all sit there before school starts and we talk about this. And I'm going to tell Coach Greenwood that you think that Coach Taylor and Greeny look alike.
I cannot lie because we're streaming it and it's out there for everybody to hear and see now. So. The mound visit is over. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, that was just a situational talk because he's throwing great.
There's the 2-1. Fouled off down the third base line. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
One thing, I don't know if you talked about this also in the previous broadcast, but, we also have a really key person not on our staff anymore, and that's Coach Sizemore, who handled the staff outstanding. I mean, just great. So that's going to be a big adjustment without him also.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Now time is called at the plate.
The pressure's on the hitter here. I would love to see a setup almost in that left-hander's box to really make him pull off.
2-2. In the air, pretty well, left field. Backpedaling is Bowles, and it's going to kick to the wall. That'll be a double for Evan Connor. And a run comes home to score. It's 2-0 Tuscola.
I think he had it in his glove, and it just popped out. What's tough there is that's also, you have a young kid playing left field. I mean, we're really young on this roster. And they're going to have to grow up real fast. And Damian Bowles is another kid to be excited about. He's a good athlete, plays 3 sports. It's really tough for him right now in this situation against a very good team.
So at the plate, Tyler Williams struck out his only time up. That one is sent foul down the third baseline. 0-1 the count to Tyler Williams, former Panther. Remember that name? We talked about it last time he was at the dish. Led off the second inning. Awaiting the 0-1. Now the bluff.
I'm seeing a lot of setup with our catcher down the middle. I like to see, moving left to right on the plate, kind of change the level a little bit for the hitter.
The 0-1 in the air, right field. And Abram Appel will make the play for the final out. But 2 runs come across for the Tuscola Mountaineers in the inning. Have a couple of errors that aided the Mountaineers. And as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, it's now Tuscola 2 and Franklin nothing.
Chris Rummans Construction is a family-owned, licensed building contractor servicing the Franklin, Highlands, and Cashers area, specializing in custom home construction, remodels, and additions, as well as custom trim and closet cabinetry. Start your project today with Chris Rummans Construction.
Welcome back. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning as the Panthers now look up at the scoreboard and trail 2-0. Due up for Coach Jared Greenwood here in the home half of the 3rd inning. The bottom of the order, 8, 9, and 1. It's Josiah Hersey, the DH, that'll lead it off. Abram Appel will bat, and then we'll head to the top of the order in Malachi Hayes. He has the lone hit for the Panthers off of Mason Harrell that came back in the 1st inning. Hersey to DH and Appel. See if they can get something going. Now trailing 2-0. As Mason Harrell makes his final warm-up toss, and we'll get this bottom half of the 3rd inning underway. What was the final in the softball? 15-0?
17-0.
17-0 was the final. Franklin on the softball diamond, able to blank the East Henderson Lady Eagles. And Franklin pushes their mark to 4-0 now. They won yesterday against Murphy. The games this past weekend they were supposed to play got rained out.
Yeah.
McDowell and Crest. Harrell deals, and Hersey swings and misses.
Again, for a lot of these hitters, it's very simple. Look for balls over the plate. He is throwing strikes. Attack the baseball.
The 0-1. Quick in the hole, 0-2.
As coaches, we talk a lot, when it comes to hitting, having a game plan.
Harrell kicks and fires. The 0-2 misses.
And we always wonder, when you get to the plate, what are you thinking about? You're watching a hitter, you're on deck, or you're watching a pitcher and you're on deck, and you see, if he's throwing strikes, when he's throwing the curveball, what counts. That's having a game plan, knowing the counts and knowing when he throws those pitches.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. One gone as Hersey is retired. That is the 4th strikeout for Mason Harrell. That'll bring Abram Appel to the plate.
You've heard me in the previous years talk about hitting a little bit. One of the things that we try to coach hitters in the past is, when you pull off, the barrel just does not stay in the zone long enough.
Appel takes for ball 1.
And to continue on that, that's why we always focus on trying to hit it towards the scoreboard, because that's where your barrel will stay through the zone, going back to the pitcher, and you're in the zone longer.
The 1-0 offering. That one bounces up to the catcher, Evan Connor. And it evens the count up. Or check that, takes the count to 2-0.
Yeah, Harrell's throwing well tonight. His fastball, moving in and out on the plate. He's doing a good job. He's keeping the hitters off balance. But again, I'm watching a lot of curveballs spike in the dirt. Look for the fastball.
The 2-0, back to the screen. Fouls that one off. 2 balls and a strike now to Abram Appel. The 2-1 sent towards second. Step bobbles with it for a moment, able to field and throw to first in time for the second out. Quickly 2 gone, top of the order we go.
Well, I like that approach there. With 2 strikes, you want to kind of work towards right field, inside out, put the ball in play. The second baseman booted a little bit. Maybe you can beat it out. Maybe it throws a wild because he's trying to rush it. Not trying to be so aggressive with 2 strikes.
Well, it's Malachi Hayes at the plate. Only hit so far in the game for Franklin. Came off of the bat of Malachi as he takes low and inside for ball 1.
Malachi's feeling it all the way around when it comes to fielding, pitching, and hitting. He's just locked in.
1-0, foul back. Evens it up.
He just missed that one. I mean, his approach, one thing I've seen over the last few years with his swing is he's really cut down, just the movement and just going straight to the baseball, being very aggressive.
The 1-1 bounces up. 2-1.
We always tell hitters, shorter is stronger, longer is weaker. I know it sounds weird, but Malachi's really shortened, which gives him more explosion.
Here's the 2-1. Trying to paint the corner, missed on the outside. 3 balls and a strike to Malachi Hayes. Ian Knapp is on deck. But there's 2 gone in the inning.
The hitters count 3-1.
Fouls it off, runs it full, 3-2.
Yeah, lift that ball up a little bit. For a lefty, you kind of want that ball down just because the angle and the arc of your swing to really drive the ball. Just missed it. But now, again, you're going to just kind of see the spin, drive it back up the middle.
3-2. Pops it up on the infield. Who wants it? Looks like the third baseman, Jed West, will make the play for the final out, and he does. 1, 2, 3 go to Panthers in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And as we head to the 4th, it's the Mountaineers up 2-0.
Chris Rummans Construction is a family-owned, licensed building contractor servicing the Franklin, Highlands, and Cashers area, specializing in custom home construction, remodels and additions, as well as custom trim and closet cabinetry. Start your project today with Chris Rummans Construction.
Welcome back. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Malachi Hayes making his final warm-up tosses. The bottom part of the order for Tuscola slated to bat. Noah Stepp, Braden Cockrell, and Owen Ward will bat against Malachi. 2-0. Tuscola on top. Plated those 2 runs in the previous inning back in the 3rd as Noah Stepp will step in to the right-handed batter's box.
Number 10, Noah Stett.
So we got the 6-hitter here. If we can get a 1-2-3 inning and get the 9-hitter up in the next inning, that'd be great.
Malachi sends one home, and that one is sent back. 0-1 the count.
You know, early in the season, I'm pretty sure Malachi's on a pitch count. You know, being aggressive in the zone and trying to get quick outs, pop-ups, ground outs would be really good for us to kind of get to our, you know, get them deep in the game.
The 0-1 in for a strike.
Good pitch. So now he's got a lot of work with here. Hopefully we can kind of set him up off the plate to really get him to, you know, to chase and not just keep it down the middle for the zone. Here we go. He's off the plate here. Good.
Popped on the infield. Who wants it? Looks like Hersey going to call off his teammates, and he'll make the play for out number 1. So Stepp is retired, brings Braden Cockrell to the plate.
You know, one thing about Jackson, I don't know if he gets enough credit for this, but he is one outstanding defender. I mean, he's got a lot of confidence. He's mentally tough as they come. He's just very rock solid on the at first base there.
We're making some adjustments on our outfield camera. Oh, yeah, that's going to hit Braden Cockrell. So it'll be a hit batsman. There'll be a runner at first with 1 out for Tuscola. Brings Owen Ward to the plate. Making some adjustments with the outfield camera as it keeps going out of focus. We'll see if we've,
I know Cockrell's frustrated with that, but I mean Malachi, he's not trying to do that at all. He's just trying to get quick outs, trying to work inside.
One sails out of the zone for ball 1. Runner at first, 1 out for the Mountaineers.
God, it's tough.
Just misses. 2-0.
Home plate umpire, he's got no forgiveness. You know, you can nibble the corner, nibble the black, but he's not giving it up to both pitchers. Malachi needs to focus on the hitter. The runner, there's no lead.
2-0. Did he offer it? It's the question.
I think he did.
Nope, they're going to say ball 3. Popped out of the catcher's glove. I couldn't tell if he had gotten a piece of it.
I mean, this is a big at bat here. You don't want to get the Colt Nelson up with runners on.
3-0 offering. Hit him. Back-to-back hit batsman. 2 on with 1 out. So it's Mason Harrell, the non-hole hitter, the pitcher, that will now settle in. We'll get a meeting at the mound.
I think Jade Rogers is trying to break the ice a little bit. Just want to settle Malachi down. I mean, Malachi has really good stuff tonight. You know, it's tough. You know, you hit the 7-hitter and the 8-hitter. You got 1 out. You got first and second. You got the 9-hitter up. You know, the best we can get right here is a ground ball to net, kind of roll it over, and, you know, get the leadoff hitter with nobody on in the 5th inning.
Mason Harrell, first time up, tap back to the pitcher, and he takes inside for ball 1.
Like Malachi's kind of losing a little bit. He's throwing a lot more balls. Pitch count's running up. I don't see anybody in the bullpen warming up.
1-0, swung on and missed.
I think my next guest coming into the game after Malachi will be Abram Appel. Could be Ian Knapp. Kind of flip.
One. Infield shading in. Swings and misses. That's Mason Harrell in the hole 0-2 now.
Well, now we know with 2 strikes, the bunt defense is going to be probably put off. You can see Jackson playing in front of the runner in the grass, and you got Will, even with the bag, staying back.
Here's the 1-2. Pops out of the glove. That one just misses. Now the runner at second takes off to third, and he is in safe. There was a ball at the plate. Takes the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now runners on the corners for the Mountaineers.
I think we kind of fell asleep there. You see Cockrell, he's a big guy, probably not expected to run. Now we're in a first and third situation with 1 out. So a sign's on. I'm guessing a throw through determine the speed of the third base runner.
2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Big strikeout for Malachi Hayes. 2 gone.
Yes. So now we have a very dangerous hitter up with Colt Nelson. I don't know if Coach Shepard is going to do something risky here, knowing that, as hot as he is, if they're going to put something on, you don't want to run, your runners off the base pass with 2 outs.
Colt Nelson reached on an error and popped to short, throw to first, back safely.
I kind of like the idea with 2 outs, probably having Jackson in front of the runner. You're going to hold him there at bay. You got more range to field the ball. He's a left-handed hitter too, which is kind of scary, him holding on.
Swings and misses. Does Nelson. He had a home run cut, came up empty.
I mean, it's one thing, you letting the runner in for third to score, make it 3-0. But I mean, the guy on first base making 4-0 would be very, very difficult. I like to have Jackson off the bag, covering as much ground as possible.
The 0-1. Low and inside, 4-1. Evens it up. A ball and a strike. Top of the 4th we play. As we are right at the top of the hour of 8 o'clock. Glad you have decided to spend your Tuesday evening with us on YouTube or Facebook, whichever platform you've chosen tonight. Glad you're with us for some Panther baseball, the conference opener for both teams. 1-1. A little high for ball 2. Panthers coming at 1-1. Tuscola 3-2.
He's in a difficult spot here, 2-1. You can nibble, walk him, bases loaded, but you still got your next hitter up.
Long look by Malachi. Now he looks the runner at first, who gets a marginal lead. 2-1. In there for a strike.
Good.
Nelson didn't pull the trigger.
You got a waste pitch coming up. You got 2-2. He is a straight pull hitter. I hope he works him off the plate a little bit.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 are out. Deuce is wild. 2 on. Top of the 4th.
Good. He's outside.
Runner takes off at first, and it's a hit and run. And off the glove of Hersey. Everybody's going to be safe. Run comes home to score. Heading all the way down to third is Owen Ward. And it's 3-0 Tuscola.
That was bad luck because if there was ever a spot to put that ball at, that's where it is. You got Reed playing way back, probably cheating towards first base to kind of cover. You had Jackson coming all the way off the bag. And that's the other thing, with Jackson, if he's in front of the runner, he makes that play easily. I mean, there's little things that could have helped that situation out.
Jed West now bats the 4th error for the Panthers in the ball game.
Jed's just as hot as Nelson.
Runner takes off at first. They're not going to throw down. They'll keep the runner at third. So now 2 runners in scoring position as Nelson takes second without a throw.
3 runs are manageable. A base hit here would really kill us being down by 5.
West reached on an error back in the 3rd, and he popped out. West takes low for ball 2.
I'm assuming with nobody in the bullpen warming up, and maybe Abe Appel, who may come in after Malachi.
No hits in the inning. couple of hit batsmen and an error. Played it a run for Tuscola. Swings and misses. Does West. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 in the air, center field. Pretty well hit. Sutton backpedaling, and he made the play.
Showmanship.
For out number 3.
I thought he turned and ran. Was running for it.
2. So, Haddock Sutton made an acrobatic play to end the inning and keep the score at 3-0 Tuscola. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning, and the Mountaineers still hold the lead.
Chris Rummins Construction is a family-owned, licensed building contractor servicing the Franklin, Highlands, and Cashers area, specializing in custom home construction, remodels and additions, as well as custom trim and closet cabinetry. Start your project today with Chris Rummins Construction.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Tuscola up 3-0. The middle of the order for the Panthers due up, as we will see Ian Knepp, Will Rowers, and Jackson Hersey batting here. 2, 3, and 4 in the Coach Jerry Greenwood order. It's Knepp that'll lead it off, and last time up he struck out. He'll face Mason Harrell, who has pitched the entire ball game for the Mountaineers. Now on top of things, 3-0. He can afford to make some mistakes. That one is sent softly down the first base line and caught over the shoulder by the first baseman, Braden Cockrell, for out number 1.
Ian, our top of the order looks very confused. I think what I'm seeing is from 1 through 4, 1 through 5, he's starting these guys off with curveballs, which we call pitching backwards, then come with the fastball. The lower the lineup is fastball, come back with curveballs. And that's his third at bat that he saw the curveball starting off with him.
So it's going to be Rowers at the plate now. He flied out to center back in the first inning. First attempt against Mason Harrell, and he takes a strike.
Now Will's confused. He's like, okay, I just saw a curveball thrown to Ian. Now he's throwing me a hard fastball.
The 0-1. Fouls it back to the screen quickly, and the whole 0-2 now is Will Rowers.
You got to give Tuscola credit. I mean, they're doing a good job, doing their sequences of pitches. They're on the same page. They have our hitters really confused right now. The swings look like they're not sure what they're swinging at.
Waiting the 0-2. Swing and a miss. So quickly, 2 are gone. That'll bring Jackson Hersey to the plate.
Keep telling you, George, hitting a baseball I know is difficult, but hitters make it more difficult. Find the fastball.
Hersey struck out his only time up. Jackson waits and watches one bounce up to the catcher, Evan Connor, for ball 1.
So he just spiked the curveball, probably his 8th one of the game. Now he's down 1-0. He's got 2 outs. he may come with the fastball, be very aggressive. He needs to sit on it.
1-0. That one just misses. 2-0.
Yeah, those are, man, we're fortunate.
Swung on and missed.
Got to stay inside the baseball. We're really flying out of the zone, flying off.
2-1 to Jackson Hersey. Pops the mitt. A little outside for ball 3.
Yeah, the pitcher staring down the umpire. He's like, my bad, I'm sorry for staring you down. But by the way, that pitch was a strike. I get that.
3-1. Full count now, 3-2.
One more, 7. Let's go.
Again, I'm still sitting fastball. You know, he's really dealing, not walking hitters, being aggressive.
Come on, Mason. Let's go.
3-2. Popped into shallow center field. Going to be a tough play. Who wants it? That'll do it. As the second baseman makes the play to end the inning. So the Panthers go 1-2-3 in the bottom half of the 4th inning. We head to the 5th with the Mountaineers up 3-0. Stay with us.
Davis hits one into right pretty well. Right fielder backpedaling. It's out of here.
Welcome back. We've got a pitching change for the Panthers as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Now Abram Appel is pitching. He's taking his final warm-up tosses. Malachi Hayes is now at second base. And we believe that Reed Raby went from second into right. We will confirm that here in a second. We've got a new pitcher on the mound for the Panthers. As, Tuscola will send the middle part of their order to the plate, 3, 4, and 5. It'll be Amos Rich to lead it off. Evan Connor and Tyler Williams slated to bat for the Mountaineers, up 3-0, aided by 4 Panther errors. A couple of hit batsmen in the previous inning. As Malachi, you mentioned a couple times, Ryan, that looked like he was running out of gas. And they went ahead and made the pitching change here in the 5th. Pitched 4 innings, did Malachi.
He threw very well. You know, again, his stuff looked good. You know, he was, going against a very good Tuscola baseball team. Just got bit by the hit batter bug. But looking at Abe Pell coming in here, big body kid, signed to play, college baseball. Look at his numbers. He has 6 innings pitched. He's only given up 1 hit, 11 strikeouts, but the big caveat, he has 9 walks. So if he can harness his stuff and throw his stuff well, he can be an absolute dominant pitcher for us this season.
So Abram is ready to deliver his first offering, and it is low for ball 1.
Yeah, Abram over the last couple of years has picked up a lot of velocity. He's one of the hardest working kids I've been around. He loves the game of baseball. You know, he's got talent. He's long arm, good stuff. Just hopefully he can put it all together this season.
1-0 from Appel, and that one almost hit Amos Rich. 2-0.
You know, when you see a lot of walks, like 9 walks in 6 innings, only 1 hit, you know, it's really tough for the hitter to kind of get a gauge on a pitcher like this.
The 2-0. Pops out of the mitt. 3-0.
Yeah, you got Amos, who is he's really crowding the plate here. You know, you kind of want to work him a little bit off the zone, give a bigger target for Abe to hit.
3-0. Ball 4. 4 straight balls to the first batter that Abram Appel sees, and Amos Rich will head down to first. That'll be the first walk for any pitcher in the ball game.
It's been a good night for pitchers.
Yeah. Got a couple of hit batsmen by Malachi Hayes, but no walks. And a bunch of errors defensively for the Panthers. It's going to bring to the plate Evan Connor. He doubled his last time up. That was the lone hit in that 2-run third inning. A couple of errors in there allowed batters to reach for Tuscola. Sends that one right up the middle for a base hit. So Connor is 2 for 3 in the ball game. He stands down at first, 2 on with nobody out, and Tyler Williams at the plate.
You know, that's easy for the hitter. You're coming up to the plate. He just walked, you know, the hitter, Amos, with 4 straight balls. What do you think he's going to see? The first pitch, a fastball. He jumped all over it. Again, he's not hitting 4th. You know, he's hitting 4th for a good reason, and that's why.
You know the pitcher's going to have to throw strikes.
He's going to have to, and Abe's got to come.
The 2 on with nobody out. Right up the middle. That's going to drop. Williams with a single. That's going to plate 1 run. And it's 4-0. Tuscola. So back-to-back jumped on the first pitch to the Mountaineer batters, and Connor and Williams are able to single. And runners at first and second after Rich comes home to score. And that's going to bring Noah Stepp to the plate. Stepp is 0 for 2. Wide out and grounded out. Still nobody out in the inning. So we play on in the top of the 5th. And Phil pinches in on the corners as the offering misses. So Noah Stepp. And Tom going to be called as Jaden Rogers going to go out and talk to his pitcher, Abram Appel.
Yeah, I think Abe called him out there. I think he's just trying to get the signals to change up a little bit with a runner on second base. Maybe he's catching something. And, again, Jaden's new behind the plate for us this year, and I think it's one of these things that, you know, he needs to get his staff on the same page with him. It's a good setup here.
The 1-0 swung on and missed. Movement on that in the inside, and he couldn't catch up.
Yeah, I'm noticing him setting up more middle way. I think Abe maybe is asking, listen, I need you to get him, you know, get me off the plate a little bit.
The 1-1. That's the velocity on that, but missed low. Ball 2.
Yeah, I think sometimes our pitchers can get frustrated. You want to see your catcher kind of stick it out front, try to steal a strike. You don't want to see your catcher kind of give it up that fast.
Here's a 2-1 offering. Bounces away. That'll allow the runners to advance. 3-1 now to Noah Stepp.
You know, that's when you have Davis Anders like we did last year. You know, he did many things. You know, he led the team. You know, he was a great hitter, but he also, you know, took care of our pitcher staff, and he blocked pitches, did a good job keeping balls up front. You know, Jaden didn't do that right there, and he's going to have to really settle in and figure this part out.
3-1. Ball 4. So Appel has walked 2 batters that he has seen in the inning. Bases are loaded and still nobody out. That'll bring Braden Cockrell to the plate.
Abe's showing a little frustration out there. Maybe he felt like he should have got that call. And I know you got bases loaded, nobody out still. You've already given him a run. You're frustrated. He just has to keep dealing.
Came up empty. 4 strike 1 did Braden Cockrell.
That was an excellent pitch. He threw a nice curveball. You know, broke late, kept the hitter off balance. Very good pitch.
Here's the 0-1. What hacking.
I see that we have corners in, middle back, so we're pretty much playing for 2, giving up that run on a ground ball to score.
Waiting the 0-2 offering. Swung on and missed for strike 3. A big strikeout with the bases loaded. 1 gone for Owen Ward.
I kind of like to see if our infielder should be on the grass. You want to cut a runner down. If you see a ground ball kind of get through the middle, trying to keep the score at 4 runs. Still winnable.
As you see, the bases are loaded as Appel looks in for the sign. Now the pitch is a little bit outside for ball 1. Owen Ward so far tonight was hit by a pitch. Happened back in the 4th inning. And he was retired 3U.
George,
all the way back in the 2nd.
And here's the hard part. You got a left-handed hitter up. Even on a ground ball, it's going to be tough to double him up.
Yep. Fouls it back behind us. Evens it up at a ball and a strike.
As I said in the beginning of the game, runs will come at a premium. And right now, I like to see infield in on the grass. Try to cut the runner down at home, especially with the left-handed hitter up. It's tough to turn 2 here.
Here's the 1-1. Owen Ward at the plate. In the air, left field. Going to be a tough play for Damian Bowles. Not going to make it. 1 run comes home to score. Everybody moves up, and it's 5-0. Tuscola.
That's bad luck, George. He had the outfield shaded pull with the lefty up. So he was way off the line, and obviously when you're a left-handed hitter and you hit the ball to left field, it's going to tail towards the line. So, you know, Abe is running some bad luck right now. I mean, he's throwing the ball over the plate a little bit. I know you're seeing a couple walks. I think he got squeezed a few times. And I know he's very frustrated, but let's see how he can adapt to this.
Bases remain loaded. That's going to bring the bottom of the order, Mason Harrell, to the plate, the pitcher. He struck out and grounded out. He's 0 for 2. And Appel delivers a little bit low for ball 1.
That's tough again. You know, you're not really throwing strikes. He's not calling strikes, and you're not going to get calls unless you get in the zone.
Waiting the 1-0 offering. Long look in. On a line, going to be caught by Knepp.
Got him.
And they double him up. Pitcher's best friend, a double play. And that's going to end the inning for the Mountaineers of Tuscola, but not before a couple of runs come across. And now we head to the bottom of the 5th inning with the Mountaineers up 5-0. Stay with us.
right pretty well. Right fielder backpedaling. It's out of here.
Welcome back. We head to the bottom of the fifth inning here at McConnell Field, Penland Sports Complex. 5-0 Tuscola. As you see, Mason Harrell making his final warm-up tosses, and we'll get the bottom of the fifth underway very shortly as the middle part of the order, 5, 6, and 7 for the Panthers slated to bat. It's Jaden Rogers that'll lead it off, Attic Sutton and Reed Raby slated to bat here in the fifth inning. Trailing 5-0, the Panthers need base runners, Ryan, and get some hits strung together to get back into this one.
Yeah, not a hit yet.
A little bit low for ball one.
So there you go. You see a first pitch curveball. Again, every hitter needs to go to the plate looking for fastball only. Quit chasing.
1-0. Big cut, came up empty.
Good swing. Good swing. It was aggressive. Saw the fastball. Just missed. It's okay.
1 ball, 1 strike. In the air, right field. Amos Rich will make the play for out number 1.
Yeah, I've said this on the broadcast before. Over the years, that right field alley, there's like a dark spot, a blind spot, and usually it's tough for right fielders to get that fly ball when it goes above the lights. But Amos, didn't face him one bit.
That'll bring to the plate Attic Sutton. Sutton tap back to the pitcher, his only time up. And that one misses for ball 1.
Like see Attic get everybody started right here. Try to poke at the right field.
1-0. Must have been inside.
Yeah.
2 balls, no strikes to Attic Sutton.
I see Tuscola is pretty much playing no doubles. You got the first baseman really close to the line. You got that right side wide open.
2-0 pitch, hit him. Sutton is hit by a pitch. He'll head down to first. That's a base runner. That's what you need at this point, down 5. It's going to bring Reed Raby to the plate. Struck out his only time up at the dish, facing Mason Harrell.
That'd be a good start here for Rika. Drive one to the gap somewhere. Try to get first and third. We can turn this lineup over really fast.
Raby takes a strike.
And that's okay. I mean, it's a curveball. Let that one go. But again, if a lot of our hitters can really take advantage of right field, because, I mean, look at right field. Look at the right side, how wide open that is.
Nice movement on that. And quickly in the hole, 0-2 is Reed Raby.
You look at the outfielders, how they're shaded. You can tell Shepard's kind of had everyone is pulled. The right fielder's almost in, in the right field gap.
The 0-2 misses for ball 1.
Base hit bunt with the right-hander. I mean, obviously two strikes, you're not going to do that, but getting runners on would be great.
1-2. Bounces away from the catcher. That's going to allow Attic Sutton to head down to second.
So here's what we always say through the years. You're not trying to hit a 10-run homer. You're just trying to get the ball in play, maybe get it through into the outfield, score a run, and get another runner on. Still working your way back and cut that lead down.
To the screen it goes once again. And advancing down to third is Attic Sutton. The Panthers' first run of the ball game just 90 feet away. Now Tom going to be called at the plate.
Well, Reed said he got hit. I thought he got hit, but Reed didn't sell it that well. So now I'm kind of worried because, again, the second base umpire probably wasn't paying attention. We'll see what he calls here. He's going to say no and bring him back. Told you.
Yep. Yeah, Reed had already gone down to first.
Yeah, I mean, again, you know, in a game like this where you need runners, you know, Reed had to really sell that. I thought he got hit, but, you know, again, Reed's tough. He's going to be, yes, it's like a mosquito. But.
Well, the count's 3-2.
I mean, these are the little things that Greeny's going to be taking notes on through the game. You know, in the first few games, like these are the things that we're kind of struggling with. We got to do better at.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. Pokes it down the right field line. Fair or foul. It's a fair ball. That'll be at least a double. Reed Raby's digging. He's headed to third. And that'll be a triple for Reed Raby.
Yeah, that's easy. He's with his wheels. He's one of the fastest players on our team, maybe one of the fastest in our school. You know, taking advantage of that right field line, because one thing we know about this park is the grass falls off into the corner. And so with that, it's going to be a longer run for the right fielder, and he's already playing in the gap. That's an easy triple. Good job by Reed. We're cutting that lead down. Getting one more over would be huge, and we're going to turn this lineup over.
Jackson to make that Josiah Hersey will now step to the plate. The DH struck out his only time up. But remains at third. A run comes home to score the Panthers' first run, and Hersey takes a strike.
You see, again, you can get notes as a hitter when you're on deck or in a dugout watching. That right field is so wide open, you do a lot of damage.
0-1. Swings and misses. 0-2 the count on Josiah Hersey.
Man.
Came up empty, and 2 are gone. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hersey. He's 0 for 2 in the game. That'll bring Abram Appel to the plate. Tapped to second his only time up.
Harrell's throwing a nice curveball. I know I'm saying that he's bounced quite a few in the game, but it's just really sharp. But one thing he has not really been doing with it is getting it over the plate for a strike. He's getting all the hitters to chase.
2 are gone now. Runs come home to score, and a runner at third as Appel swings and misses.
Abe's way out front on that one. Again, I don't know if he has a game plan. It seems like he's guessing.
0-1. Swings and misses, and the whole 0-2. Appel now on the mound for Coach Jared Greenwood. The 0-2. Swings and misses. They're going to have to throw him out as they got away from the catcher, and they do. So, Reed Raby able to get a double in the ball game and score a run, but back-to-back strikeouts by Hersey and Appel put a lid on the 5th inning for the Panthers. But not before a run comes across. Now the Mountaineers have a 4-run lead as we head to the 6th right after this.
Hi, my name is Sally Kinsland. I'm a senior here at Franklin High School, and this is my first year doing track and field. I do high jump, long jump, and the 55-meter hurdles. So how I got into track and field is I played high school volleyball for 4 years, and I did travel year-round, but then my senior year I decided I wanted to try track instead of travel because both my parents did track in high school. My plans after high school are I would like to continue my career in track and field at the next level. I have a few offers right now, but I'm undecided on where I'd like to go, but I do know that I want to study healthcare. If I had any advice for younger athletes, I would tell them don't be scared to go out and try something new, because I had only done volleyball for 4 years and I decided that I wanted to come try track, and now it's something that I've decided I want to do at the next level.
Welcome back. We head to the 6th inning with the Mountaineers up 5-1. And the top of the order for the Mountaineers will face Abram Appel. Colton Nelson leads it off. Jed West, Amos Rich slated to bat for the Mountaineers. Now up 4 runs, 5-1, and that one all the way to the backstop. 4-1.
I think he's smiling because that ball just slipped out of his hands. Yeah. He's like, trying to start him off with a curveball.
Left-handed batter. And Nelson waits, and he takes well outside. 2-0.
In this situation, as a pitcher, just pound the zone and get the barrel on the ball. Let your defense play.
2-0. Tried to paint the outside quarter and missed. 3-0. When Appel came in the 5th inning, he walked 2. And gave up 3 hits.
Yeah.
3-0. Right down the middle, or strike 1.
I mean, those are good spots. And, and the pitchers tonight had not been getting that call, and it was good for Abe to get that one and give him some confidence.
Here's the 3-1. Ball 4. That's the 3rd walk issued by Abram Appel. And the leadoff man is on in the top of the 6th for Tuscola. That's going to bring Jed West to the plate. West reached on an error, grounded out, and flied out.
I look for Nelson to run here. One thing about, Abe kind of has a slow delivery to home, and Jaden's been struggling getting the ball out of his glove.
Now throw over at the same mindset. That one is going to get him back safely. Too big of a lead at first for Nelson. West at the plate. Nelson does not take off, and the pitch is high for ball 1.
Tough situation here with a really good runner on first base and a good hitter up. Now you're behind the count. Knowing fastball's coming. He's got to locate it off the plate.
Awaiting the 1-0 offering. Swings and misses, does West, evens it up at a ball and a strike. Panthers back at action Thursday instead of Friday at Tuscola.
Actually, he's shown a really good slide step, holding the runner down. He's really worked on a lot of this over the offseason to get better.
1-1. Runner bluffs, swung on and missed.
Okay. There it is. So that's the big high leg kick coming up. So he has a good slide step, and he's coming up normal. So he's mixing it up a little bit. It's kind of unusual, but if it works, it works. Setting him off the plate right here, try to get a ground ball.
Throw over to first. Back safely is Nelson.
I mean, as a coach, I'm seeing all these Tuscola hitters really pulling off the ball. Might as well set your catcher up off the plate to try to get him to roll it over to the shortstop if you can.
Nelson gets a lead down at first. 1-2. In there for strike 3. One gone. That'll bring to the plate Amos Rich.
It's a good pitch. Had it up a little bit in the zone, but it broke enough in the zone to get a good, good kind of freeze the hitter. Not bad. His curveball is pretty sharp. He's got to be a little bit more aggressive with it.
Second strikeout in the ball game for Abram Appel in his second inning pitching. Rich struck out, reached on a walk, and reached on an error. Bounces away from the catcher Rogers. He doesn't know where it is. Around second, headed to third is Nelson.
As much you put on the pitcher, kind of spiking that curveball, I mean, a lot has to go towards Jaden there, not getting down and kind of funneling that ball into his chest. He's just dropping his glove, trying to pick it. With runner as good as he is and as fast as he is, you cannot do that.
Appel, long look in. Froze him and didn't get the call on the inside corner.
Oh, that's a tough break. That was right down the middle. Tough call. No, you're struggling for strikes, and you don't get that good fastball for a pitch, for a strike.
Here's the 1-1. Or 2-1, or 2-0 rather, is the count. And that one misses, 3-0.
He's just got to battle through this.
Runner at third, one out. 3-0 delivery from Appel. Ball 4.
God, that's tough. That's tough.
It's the third walk. Check that, fourth walk issued by Abram Appel. It's going to bring Evan Connor, the catcher, to the plate. Now runners on the corners for the Mountaineers. And we've got a mound visit.
Yeah, usually I guess when Greenwood comes, Ian could come in, could take the ball from him. No, he's bringing Reed Raby in. Okay. That's a tough break for Abram. He's got a really good arm. It's a live arm. He has a good curveball. When you come in the game, you start walking hitters early, you're going to start getting a squeeze later on. Like, he's going to force you to get that ball over the plate. And that last batter, that was really tough for him.
So Reed Raby going to come in, and he is going to deliver some warm-up tosses. So we're going to take a break here, and we'll come back and talk about Reed Raby right after this.
Hi, my name's Sally Kinsland. I'm a senior here at Franklin High School, and this is my first year doing track and field. I do high jump, long jump, and the 55-meter hurdles. So how I got into track and field is I played high school volleyball for 4 years, and I did travel year-round, but then my senior year I decided I wanted to try track instead of travel because both my parents did track in high school. My plans after high school are I would like to continue my career in track and field at the next level. I have a few offers right now, but I'm undecided on where I'd like to go, but I do know that I want to study healthcare. If I had any advice for younger athletes, I would tell them don't be scared to go out and try something new, because I had only done volleyball for 4 years and I decided that I wanted to come try track, and now it's something that I've decided I want to do at the next level.
Chris Rummans Construction is a family-owned, licensed building contractor servicing the Franklin, Highlands, and Cashers area, specializing in custom home construction, remodels and additions, as well as custom trim and closet cabinetry. Start your project today with Chris Rummans Construction.
Welcome back. Reed Raby's finished his warm-up tosses. And settling into the batter's box is Connor to face Raby. A tough position with runners on the corners and one out. Connor in the ball game. Double, a single, and he grounded to short. He is 2 for 3. The cleanup hitter.
Yeah.
Squares around. Didn't offer at it. And that's going to allow the runner to take off at first and head down to second without a throw.
I was going to say that's a good position for Tuscola in first and third with your two best runners. Kind of play cat and mouse a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. We don't want to throw down there and give up a run and make it 5 runs.
And force him to make a defensive decision. They elected not to. Here's the 1-0 to Evan Connor. Right down the middle. Evens it up at a ball and a strike.
So Reed has an option here. You know, he's got first base open. He can nibble a little bit. You know, Reed is he's a very tough-minded, mentally tough kid. He's gonna throw strikes. He has good off-speed pitches. His ball runs. We got infield in, very good.
1-1. Nice snag by Jaden Rogers to keep that one from going to the backstop, as that one was in the dirt. 2-1 to count on Evan Connor. So Raby and Appel switch places. Appel now out in right field. As Reed Raby deals the 2-1, foul back. Fisted that one back above the screen and out of play. He was it up at 2-2.
That was a good pitch. That was up in his eye level. So it's one of those situations where you got 2-2. You have a waste pitch, probably throw off speed here. You change his eye level from a high fastball to maybe a breaking pitch away. You want to get the strikeout here, obviously. A ground ball here, obviously you're going to make the play at home. Hopefully Jaden remembers to tag the runner and not do a force.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Again, Rogers able to keep that one in front of him, and it takes the count full, 3-2.
And that's okay. Reed was frustrated. I think he wanted him to chase. Now, he didn't want to get too fine and be over the plate a little bit, but he's just going to – I wonder if he's going to set up inside and run a 2-seamer.
Payoff pitch. Now time is called as that one hits to the backstop.
You're good, dog. You're good.
Now Reed's upset because he's like, why'd you call him time? I mean, I'm in my windup, but Reed, got to remember, you just threw a pitch that was a ball, would have been ball 4.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing that time was called.
But I think he's frustrated, like, don't call time, and I'm kind of lifting. I get that.
Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. Raby, a long look in to Jaden Rogers. Inside corner, strike 3.
Beautiful pitch. As I said before, Reed has a really nasty curveball. I guess he inherited it from his dad, but he froze him, came off his shoulder down the strike zone. And that's what Reed offers you. I mean, he's in a tough situation, mentally tough, throws a curveball with 2 full count. Great pitch.
First strikeout for Reed Raby. That'll bring Tyler Williams to the plate. Williams takes high for ball 1.
So now the pressure's off. You got 2 outs. You know, infield's playing normal. You still have an open base. You don't have to be so aggressive in the zone. You can nibble, throw that really good curveball.
Tyler Williams is 1 for 3 tonight. Strikeout, a fly out, and he singled his last time at the dish. Top of the 6th. 5-1 Tuscola. 1-0 hits him. Oh, man.
Nobody hurt. Nobody hurt. That's okay.
That'll load the bases for Noah Stepp. Drew a walk, flied out, and he grounded out. He's 0 for 3.
Okay. Defense set up as well here. That's good. I like Jackson playing way back behind the runner.
Down the middle for strike 1.
Good pitch. Had a little slide action there. A slurve.
The 0-1. slow roller, going to be fielded by the shortstop, fires to first in time. Nice play by Knepp because it took a angry hop on the infield. And that'll put a lid on the Mountaineers as they threaten, leave the bases loaded, but Reed Raby able to pitch out of it. We head to the bottom of the sixth, 5-1 Mountaineers. Annual Unified basketball game. 6 o'clock. And then we have some more baseball for you, as I mentioned. So it's going to be the Panthers' top of the order will lead things off, and Malachi Hayes to face Colt Nelson. We'll see if Panther batters have better luck against Nelson. They didn't against Harrell.
I think Nelson's their closer. He's got a save already. 6 1/3. 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 hits.
Hayes sends that one back to the screen for strike 1.
Malachi's on top of that ball. Good fastball there. He's getting a sign here. Let's see what he's got.
A little bit high for ball 1.
Hopefully all the hitters are taking notes here. So far he's just coming, dead red with the fastball. Okay.
That one misses. 2-1.
But Tuscola's coming out with some good arms on his staff here for the season.
Two-1. Back to the screen it goes, and it takes the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, it looks like knowing with a 4-run lead, and he's a strike thrower, only 1 walk in 6 1/3. That he's just going to be a challenger. He's going to challenge hitters. Hit my stuff.
2-2. On the line, going to be caught by the third baseman for out number 1.
Yeah, that was a tough break by Malachi. He was on top of that ball, hit a line drive, and third baseman snared it.
So one gone. That'll bring Ian Knepp to the plate.
Number 7, Ian Knepp.
So Noah Stepp now over at third, had a whole infield shift. And we'll tell you about that for the Mountaineers after this pitch.
Let's see Ian take one.
And he took one right down the middle.
That's okay. That was a little bit of a break there. Could have been his off-speed pitch.
After the pitching change, Mason Harrell went to second. Jed West went to short. And now playing third, making that play was Noah Stepp. He was at second. The 0-1. Pops the mitt. A little bit high for ball one.
He showed a really good live fastball right there. Kind of throws harder than Harrell right now. But again, he's being very aggressive over the zone.
1-1. Fouled off the catcher. Takes the count. Ball, 2 strikes.
I think it'll be a good sign right here for the rest of our lineup to see what he throws on 1-2. What could expect in future at bats.
Had him bailing out and caught the corner.
Yeah, that was a slider that kind of backed up a little bit.
Quickly 2 gone. That'll bring Will Rowers to the plate. William tonight struck out and flied out. 2 gone. He bats.
Number 11, Will Rowers.
Freshman third baseman. Settles into the right-handed batter's box as Nelson works quickly and delivers a ball right down the middle.
Yeah, tough. You see Nelson getting frustrated with the home plate umpire. Those pitches do look good. Good for our hitters.
Here's the 1-0. Bounces up to the catcher, Evan Cotter. That'll take the count to 2-0.
I'll tell you what that was, George. That's a very frustrated, I'm going to overthrow it and spike it. Didn't get that call. Seems like his velocity's jumping up a little bit hitter by hitter.
Low inside corner, strike 1.
Yeah. Good mentality by Colt Nelson here. Known with a 4-run lead, 2 outs, just come in with the fastball.
2-1, and there it evens it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Will's going to have to make some adjustments, playing at the high school level, especially the varsity level.
2-2 in the air, center field. Gonna hold up for Tyler Williams, and he'll make the play for the final out. So the Panthers go 1-2-3 in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And as we head to the 7th, the Mountaineers still on top by 4 runs. Stay with us.
Chris Rummans Construction is a family-owned, licensed building contractor servicing the Franklin, Highlands, and Cashers area, specializing in custom home construction, remodels, and additions, as well as custom trim and closet cabinetry. Start your project today with Chris Rummans Construction.
Welcome back. We head to the top of the 7th inning. You see Reed Raby, that's by Avery Moffitt and Kendall Rummins. You see softball against these Mountaineers coming up on Thursday as the baseball team heads to Tuscola on Thursday for that ball game. Leading things off for the Mountaineers, it's Braden Cockrell. Cockrell swings and misses for strike one.
Good. Reed showing a good live fastball to start. Cockrell again and chasing those kind of pitches. Makes you wonder, go up in the kitchen again. He has chased those all night.
Long look in by Reed Raby, and time going to be called at the plate as Cockrell steps out. Struck out, hit by a pitch, and singled. 1 for 3 so far in this one. Bounces up. 2-0. A fan or a player, he'll strike. In jest.
I think it's 1-1.
Is it?
Did he not swing the first pitch?
Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
Yeah, they just changed it on the scoreboard. There we go.
At least I'm paying attention around here.
1-1 offering. Popped down the right field line in foul territory. Varsity going to make the play.
Man, he's really good over there. Again, that right side of our field is extremely difficult for years. Doesn't faze him. Reed, quick, getting quick outs. This is again, hopefully the outcome is that we win tonight, but whatever happens, we have definitely seen some bright spots.
It's going to bring Owen Ward to the plate. Hit by a pitch, singled, and tapped to first. Ward's first time facing Reed Raby. And he takes a little bit high for ball one. 1-0 the count. Ward, the left fielder, swings and misses. Quickly in the hole, now evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, his mentality right here, going after the hitters, is just really fine right now.
1-1. Checks his swing, went around.
See, when you show a good curveball like last inning that he did, and you're seeing a hitter like this getting a little bit off balance, expecting that pitch, that's where you see check swings, not good-looking swings. And Reed's going to provide that.
1-2, misses for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Owen Ward. That you have hung with us. We're at the top of the 9 o'clock hour now on a Tuesday night. That you have decided to spend your evening with us. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
God,
that one just missed the zone. The one's at full 3-2.
I'm sorry, that was a big sigh by me. I just cannot believe that. You throw a nasty curveball over the plate for a strike and doesn't pull the trigger on that one.
Frustrated both pitching staffs tonight for both teams. That one is in the air, and that's going to kick in front of the right fielder, Abram Appel, for a base hit.
Reed's going to be like, you see, here we go. I throw a great pitch. I don't get rewarded for it. Not to come back probably with a fastball. And this is what happens.
I'll bring Mason Harrell to the plate, who began on the mound for Tuscola. He is now over at second base, and he struck out, grounded out, and flew out. He's 0 for 3. So, runner at first, 1 out. That one just a little bit outside for ball 1.
This game's humming along pretty quick.
1-0. Misses 2-0.
It's kind of one of those moments you want your shortstop to kind of go to see Reed real quick and just kind of lighten up a little bit. They have a really close relationship, Reed and Ian. Trying to get him to settle down.
2-0. Foul left side. Down the third base line. Allowed strike, 2-1. Top of the order on deck, Colton Nelson, now the pitcher.
Come on, 7, you got it.
2-1, swung on and missed. Makes the count 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's got life in that fastball. That was ball's running a little bit. Good pitch. Here we go, 2-2. Runner's got a bigger lead here.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, 1 out. Raby deals, and it's fouled back to the screen. Harrell stays alive.
Good count to run on.
2-2. Bounces over the head of Rogers. That'll advance the runner. Runs the count full.
Yeah, we're here at a 9-hole with 1 out. I mean, this is going to be a big pitch right here to get 2 outs with the leadoff hitter coming up. Now working the runner at second base.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Ball 4.
Okay.
Rogers able to keep it in front of him, and it does keep the runner at second. That's a base on ball for Reed Raby. 2 on with 1 out. Top of the order we go.
Up to bat, number 45, Colt Nelson.
Colt Nelson tonight has drawn a walk, reached on an error twice, and he flied out. Left-handed batting Nelson waits. And Raby deals high for ball 1.
Should get a little bit of mound visit to kind of settle him down. He's kind of on a 2-hitter streak, just kind of struggling to find the zone here. Our defense is playing normal. First base is behind the runner at first.
Raby steps off.
Go!
The 1-0 offering bounces up to Rogers. He's going to keep it in front of him, and all the runners will stay put. 2-0.
Go, Colt, you got it. Let's go. Just takes 1.
Dangerous pitch, 2-0. Your best hitter up.
Misses 3-0. Trying to paint the corner and get a strike call. Obviously, you don't want to throw it in the zone.
I'm sure Shepard's going to give him the green light, 3-0.
Yeah. 3-0. Ball 4. Bases juiced. 1 out. That's going to bring Jed West to the plate. Well, Nelson has drawn 2 walks in the ball game. West tonight has struck out, flied out, reached on an error, and grounded to short. And looks like we may get what you just said, a pitching change, and we will. So the 4th pitcher used by the Panthers is going to step to the mound. Who is he? Can't see.
Seeing Knapp.
Okay, Knapp going to come over from his shortstop position. And he's going to make some warm-up tosses, and we're going to head to break. We'll be back to talk about Ian Knapp right after this.
Hi, my name's Sally Kinsley and I'm a senior here at Franklin High School, and this is my first year doing track and field. I do high jump, long jump, and the 55-meter hurdles. So how I got into track and field is I played high school volleyball for 4 years, and I did travel year-round, but then my senior year I decided I wanted to try track instead of travel because both my parents did track in high school. My plans after high school are I would like to continue my career in track and field at the next level. I have a few offers right now, but I'm undecided on where I'd like to go, but I do know that I want to study healthcare. If I had any advice for younger athletes, I would tell them don't be scared to go out and try something new, because I had only done volleyball for 4 years and I decided that I wanted to come try track, and now it's something that I've decided I want to do at the next level.
Chris Rummans Construction is a family-owned, licensed building contractor servicing the Franklin, Highlands, and Cashers area, specializing in custom home construction, remodels, and additions, as well as custom trim and closet cabinetry. Start your project today with Chris Rummans Construction.
So Ian Knapp now on the mound. He's taking his final warm-up tosses. Everybody heads back to their respective bases.
Yep.
As he comes in a difficult position. Bases are loaded and just one out. And Knapp going to face Jed West, the second batter in the Tuscola order. And then Amos Rich is on deck.
They move Willis short. I'm probably keeping Malachi second to preserve his arm, I guess. Reed at third.
So Knapp set to deal. Popped up and out of play by Jed West.
Jed West runs very well. Again, he's got corners in. He's got middle back playing for a double play. It's a correct way of doing it. I just think with this situation and the way he runs, I would like to see infield in on the grass.
And therefore a strike. Quickly. He's ahead in the count. 0-2.
Come on, you got it. Let's go. Next one.
Ian's another tough-minded kid to have on the mound. No, he's not scared. He's the leader in this team. He knows in a position against one of the top hitters. He does not want this game to break wide open.
Move.
Tom called.
I don't think he likes what he's getting for his signals.
Yeah. Shaking off a couple here.
Could be a tactic too. Trying to get the hitter confused.
The 0-2. And that's going to be over the head of Reed Raby at third. That'll plate one run. They're going to send the runner from second. And he's going to score. Two come across. It's 7-1. And as the throw gets away, runners were advanced to second and third.
With that count, he had 0-2. Again, you got at least 2 or 3 pitches you can waste. And, he threw a very good curveball. The problem is he threw it over the plate. And you want to get them to chase, not something to get, good enough to hit. Again, it comes with experience. It's early in the season. He'll figure these things out. He'll get better for it.
That'll bring to the plate Amos Rich. Rich has a pair of walks, reached on an error, and he struck out, and that one is well out of the zone for ball one.
I can sense a little frustration with Ian. A couple of guys on the mound today.
Knapp deals, swung on and missed. As he evens it up at a ball and a strike.
Come on, Taylor, you got it. Let's go.
Base open.
That one is fouled off to the screen.
Battle to battle. You got it. Drive it. Come on,
So
let's go.
here we go, round 2. He's ahead of the count 1-2. Probably their best player in the team. Base open. Again, this is where experience comes in. This is where you want to catch with a lot of experience.
Move.
Don't throw something so fine. Get him to chase. Throw up a high fastball. Throw a curveball away.
hitting.
Yeah.
Bases are loaded once again after the hit by a pitch.
2-7, come on, you got it, let's go.
Amos Rich heads down to first.
Number 27, Evan Connor.
It's going to bring Evan Connor to the plate at the top of the 7th inning. 2 runs have come across. If you tuned away and then came back, or if you just tuned in,
Go, you got it. Go.
Tuscola has led throughout. Panthers able to scratch across a run back in the 5th inning. That one heads all the way to the screen. Run's going to come home to score. Rogers dives, but
I don't get why he did that. I don't understand that.
That was dangerous.
Well, you're never to do that. Catchers will never beat a runner like that. Ian was already there. He needed to pick the ball up and feed it to him. And I know Ian's got to be frustrated. I don't understand that. So again, you have a 4-year catcher who's gone. He's off to college. Burning up the base pass and whatnot. Then you have Jaden, who's he's fresh. He's been a third baseman. He's been a pitcher, and he's been called upon to take this role.
And Rogers secure that one just outside of the zone. 2-0.
And Jaden's a very intelligent kid. He's highly intelligent. And, this is a tough situation for him to come in this position. But he'll grow into it because he gets it.
Waiting the 2-0. In the air pretty well in center field. Sutton going to turn and watch that one hit off the top of the wall. 2 runs going to come home to score. It's a bases clearing double for Evan Connor.
Again, with a lot of these teams, in Tuscola, this is their 6th game, and they have struggled all season. And good teams are bound to hit. And, I guess tonight's going to be the night for them. It's happened. It is bad luck for us. We've had some certain pitches and certain situations where we could have got out of innings. A strikeout here for Reed, or, getting the ball back to, Ian to get the out at home. Just little things could have prevented all these runs.
In for a strike as Williams bats.
And Greenwood's going to make the adjustment. He'll have practice tomorrow. He'll have his notes. He'll rally the team in the clubhouse, and he's not a yeller or screamer. I've coached with him for a few years, early on in the 2010s, and I've known him for a long time. He's not one of those guys to put pressure on players. He's never been a yeller or screamer. He just coaches them.
The 0-2 bounces up. Ball, 2 strikes.
And he'll have them all in the locker room, and he'll sit them all down. He'll look at each and every one of them, and he'll give them all respect. He'll say, hey, we've got to work on this. We got to do a better job of doing that. And that's just been his approach.
One thing about baseball is everybody has bad nights. Sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce your way. You can't get the call sometimes. You can't get the hit that you want. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The 2 are gone as Noah Stepp brings his right-handed bat to the plate. And Stepp tonight is 0 for 4. Pair of ground outs, a fly out, and a walk. Sends that one towards second. Hayes fields to first in time for the final out. That's going to put a lid on a big inning for Tuscola as they plate 5 runs. And we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 10-1 Mountaineers. Back right after this. Welcome back. Got a new pitcher for Tuscola. It's Amos Rich. He's set and delivers to Hersey. And Hersey takes a little bit high for ball one. Amos Rich, a hard-throwing right-hander. Hersey, Rogers, and Sutton slated to bat, middle part of the order. That one's in there for a strike. A ball and a strike now to Jackson Hersey. He's struck out and grounded out. He's 0 for 2. Swings and misses.
He's no true Emmanuel, but Amos does throw very hard. He's getting his velocity way up there, upper 80s. I'm not going to throw the 90 number. Everyone wants to throw 90 until I see a radar gun, but he's throwing very well tonight. He's got a lot of energy.
Third pitcher used by Tuscola. 1-2. Caught the corner. Strike 3. One gone. That'll send Jaden Rogers to the plate, who was 0 for 2. Flied out and grounded out. Conference opener for both teams. That had some mustard behind it. 0-1 the count.
Yeah. We got a radar gun on hand. I'd like to see what he's throwing.
The 0-1 to the backstop. Evens it up at a ball and a strike.
I mean, you're always – I don't care who you are. You're always impressed with talent. And, Amos has got talent. He throws very well. He's very aggressive.
1-1.
And so if you have to give a knock on him a little bit, it's probably what you're seeing here in these last few pitches. I mean, he has got such a rush of adrenaline right now that he has got to kind of harness that a little bit and just kind of slow the pace down.
The 2-1. Did he check his swing? Went around, I guess, or it was in the zone. Either way, it's a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Jaden Rogers. Works quickly. Amos Rich deals, swung on and missed.
Yeah. His next level, he'll be a closer. I don't see him being a starter. Just his demeanor on the mound.
That'll bring Attic Sutton to the plate. He was hit by a pitch, came around to score the lone run for the Panthers. That came back in the 5th inning, and he grounded back to the pitcher. Takes high and tight for ball 1.
I bet you he's scraping that number.
This is 2-0.
Yeah, he's working really quick. Listen, this is a coach's dream. Give me the dang ball, I'm throwing it.
Misses 3-0.
Yeah, he's looking at the dugouts like, Coach, I just threw a strike. What's going on here?
3-0. In for a strike.
My best guess, he's probably about 87, 88.
Three-one, and for a strike. Runs the count full, 3-2. Rich deals, and that one's inside for ball 4. So a base runner for the Panthers after Rich issues a walk. They'll bring Reed Raby to the plate.
Number 2, Reed Raby.
Raby tonight struck out and drew a walk. Raby takes a strike. The 0-1. Swung on and missed.
That was a very good pitch right there.
Sure was.
Yeah, that ball's just jumping.
Tons of movement. The 0-2. Out of the zone. Ball 1.
Yeah, so there we go. You see the beautiful parts of Amos, then you see those parts where he's kind of a little out of control, like falling off the mound, not staying within himself, staying with his mechanics.
1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's going to put a lid on the night for the Panthers as Tuscola defeats Franklin 10-1. They open up conference play with a win. Franklin falls to 1-2 overall and 0-1 in the Mountain 7 Conference. Both teams have a ton of ball games in conference upcoming. In fact, they'll meet again coming up on Thursday as they do the scheduling with the conference. Each team meets each other during the week, back-to-back. And we'll see these two teams on Thursday in Waynesville. And then next week it'll be Pisgah that Panthers will play during the week along with Murphy. You see the schedule there. We'll throw it up one last time as the Panthers lose tonight to Tuscola. Non-conference game on Monday. Then a couple with Pisgah next week. Well, Ryan, it was good to do some baseball with you. The first game we've done this season, but don't like the score. 10-1. A lot to learn out of this ball game, and you've talked about it throughout for Coach Greenwood. He can take this as a learning lesson for his boys, and I'm sure that they'll take a lot out of this loss and improve and move on.
Well, it's a veteran team, and the thing about he does not have to worry about is, they're going to work hard, they're going to play hard. He'll never have to question effort. It's just making the adjustments, and they're going to make the adjustments. I mean, they were a playoff team the last 2 years under his leadership.
All right, that's pretty much going to put a lid on things. Reminder, upcoming schedule, we got some softball coming up on Thursday, if we can get the right schedule up there. There we go. Flies in from left field. Softball on Thursday, and then the Unified basketball game next week, and then we'll have some more baseball. The next baseball broadcast will be on Friday the 22nd, next Friday here at McConnell Field. All right, for Philip Angel, our executive producer, and Ryan Haley. Till next time, I'm George Young. So long, everybody.